Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi everyone, welcome back to UTHM Postgraduate Virtual Info Day. So we are going to have the last two sessions of the day. Along this 1 hour 30 minutes, we will going to have a short brief on first a roadshow to unpack the Postgraduate Academic Rule Book by Professor Madya, Dr. Maizlinda. And then lastly, we will have a slot for introduction on ELKP and E-LOGBOOK by Professor Madya, technologist Dr. Asmarahsid. Then, before we end our program today, we will have a short photography session. Without further ado, let's welcome Professor Madya, Dr. Maizlinda Izwana Idris, Deputy Dean of Academic and Research Center for Graduate Studies, to brief us on Postgraduate Academic Rule Book. Welcome, Doctor. You were given 45 minutes for this session, including Q&A, and the floor is yours now. Doctor?
All right. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Thank you, Miss Ain Shakira. And I welcome to everybody to this afternoon session, particularly with the academic regulation that we will try to brief through. So the detail you also can find in the UTHM CGS website. Okay, but until now we do have in a Malay version. So soon we will upload the English in future. Okay, inshallah. So how's everything? How's going, everybody? You are here starting from today's morning, right? Must be hectic, must be have a lot of information, useful information that will keep you during your journey, postgraduate journey. Okay, all right. So without further ado, let me share my slides for further presentation. Okay. All right, yeah. Can you everybody see? I didn't hear anybody's sounds.
Yes,
everybody's
Doctor.
okay?
I can see. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So it's a bit challenge when we are dealing with online webinar, right? Sometimes we know that you are listening very carefully, but hopefully we do have any during my presentation you can ask, okay, if you find any doubt, okay. All right, my name is Maizlinda Izwana Idris. I'm a Deputy Dean in Academic and Research from Center Graduate Studies, okay. I'm from Faculty of Mechanical and Manufacturing, and my specific areas is materials engineering. So I'm here in CGS to assist together the postgraduate student all over faculty in UTHM to ensure the start from the beginning towards the end will be successful in their studies. Okay. All right, so I would like to welcome to everybody. Welcome to UTHM. I know there is a new student here and also the senior student. Also welcome back. All right, we have 2 years rough path during our journey due to pandemic. So I hope everybody is getting better and better to pick up again their research to get back on track. Okay, and try to adapt with the new norm. Okay, so and I believe the student, some of the students are back to university, but particularly to the laboratories. Okay, to continue their lab work. This is for research student. Okay, because without a lab work, they didn't have any result to interpret, to present, to publish, and finally to graduate in their areas. Okay. All right, so welcome everybody, new student and senior student, welcome back. Okay, we have hope that you have a good journey onwards until the end of the road. Okay, until you get confirmation of your degree, inshallah. Okay, we along the way we are here, we try to assist, we try to help the student to fulfill their dreams. Okay, to make the dreams come true. All right. So the outline for today, I will brief about the academic regulations, okay, and also the for the research student, maybe we will look at the thesis writing styles, the assessment, what assessment that you will find along the way, and how to monitor student progress, okay, and last but not least, the conferment, okay, the graduation, okay. All right, this is the vision and mission of the CGS. Our vision is to thrive as a reference center in postgraduate academic management. All right, and also the mission is to administer and provide throughout your learning journey of the postgraduate students. Okay, that's our mission. Okay, and I believe some of you are aware that our UTHM niche area is green and sustainable technology. Number 2, TVET, okay, and also last but not least is transportation. Okay, this is our UTHM niche areas, okay, which been highlighted. All right, back to our serious business. Okay, in UTHM, in the postgraduate studies, we did offer the 3 mode of program, courseworks, okay, mixed mode for masters particularly, and research both master and PhD. Okay, but we do have coursework for Doctor of Education, EDD, which student enrolled at FPTV, our technical and vocational faculty. All right, they design the program which the student need to sit for exam and have a taught courses during their studies. Okay, basically this is 3. Okay, coursework, mixed mode, and research. All right. All right. Okay. We do have 9 faculties. Okay, faculties of civil, electrical, mechanical, also management. Okay, science. Okay, FAST, FTK. Okay, PPUK, CLS. Okay, all is 9 faculty and centers. Okay, and the program we have 11 PhD research program. 1 PhD by coursework that I just mentioned just now, the Doctor of Education from FPTV. Master by coursework, we do have 15 masters by coursework. Okay, master by mixed mode, actually, mixed mode is 7. Okay, and master by research, sorry, the word is not appear here, is 10 courses. Okay, along in the UTHM. Okay. So this is the overall postgraduate program that we UTHM offer to all students. Okay, until now. Okay. All right. If you want to find further detail about the program in the UTHM, you also can have this postgraduate prospectus. Okay, this is the address from CGS website, so you can go to this link and to find this detail to browse through. Okay, the postgraduate prospectus, all the PG postgraduate program is briefly explained in that booklet. Okay. All right. So we talk about the academic regulation postgraduate study. This is recently very new. Okay, the Senate has endorsed this academic regulation on April. Okay, and this academic regulation will be enforced starting from the semester 1 session 2021-2022, and you also can find out this new regulation in our website. Okay, at HTTP online. Okay, you can follow this link. Okay, or you just Google type CGS regulation UTHM. You will the website will go through to this page. Okay, this is the updated one. Okay, the currently which we would like to in details about all regulation that postgraduate student need to abide during their studies in UTHM. Okay, from beginning to the end. Okay, so entry requirement, okay, for postgraduate student, I believe everybody is already passed this entry requirement. You are all active student now. So might as well, I would like to browse again, okay, to refresh back. Okay, so for the master's program, okay, supposedly you need to have a bachelor degree from UTHM with a good CPA, okay, CGPA, or other institution of higher learning center, okay, and any other qualification equivalent to bachelor degree, which is recognized by our Senate University. Okay, for minimum CPA, coursework 2.50, except for course Master Business Administration, it requires CPA of 3.0 at least, or 2.75 with 3 years of experience, okay? And the Master Science in Construction Technology, they requires a minimum CPA of 2.75. Different programs stated different entry requirement, differently depend on their structure program. Okay, and all mixed mode program need to add minimum CPA of 2.75. Okay, and it will be similar with research as well. You need to achieve 2.75 and above, okay, except for the Master of IT Information Technology requires student to have minimum CPA of 3.0. Okay, all right. So this is the overall for the entry requirement for the master's program. Okay. For the PhD program, also we look at the entry requirement. Number one, the master degree from UTHM, okay, or other IPT, okay, that recognized by our Senate, okay. Okay, all right. We talk about the English requirement. Okay, the English requirement, applicants should fulfill the minimum English language requirement. TOEFL paper-based test 500 or TOEFL internet-based test, 60. Okay, score of 60. IELTS minimum 5.0, MUET band 3.0. But the Master Business Administration requires higher than this. Requirement. IELTS 6.0, TOEFL 5.50, and also IELTS score 6.0. Okay, for MBA they have different requirement. Okay, international applicant who fulfill the academic qualification from Malaysian IPT or IPTS, okay, we get exemption. Okay, and also for the local as well, if you're from UTM, UKM, okay, from Malaysia, IPT, IPTS, okay, so you also will get exemption from English language requirement, okay. And also international applicant who do not fulfill the minimum English language requirement, but they are graduated from the university, which is English-speaking countries, are also eligible to apply the exemption, okay. So for local who graduate from local university will be get exemption for English, okay. For international students who are study before in Malaysia, either APTA or APTS, also we get exemption. The international student who are graduated from English-speaking country also will get exemption, okay. All right. So this is a list of the English-speaking countries that be updated by Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia. If you graduate from US or Australia, Angola, okay, this is been listed by the Ministry of Higher Education. Okay, we keep updating from time to time. Okay. All right, any question up to this? Everything's clear? Okay.
Very clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your response. All right. Okay, how about the duration of studies? Okay, for full-time student, okay. For master by research, okay, minimum year required is 1 year. Okay, the norm is year, okay. For graduated is 1.5 year, equivalent to 3 semesters, or maximum 3.5 years, equivalent to 7 semesters, okay. Master by coursework is similar, and also master by mixed mode also apply with a similar formulation, okay. Minimum 2 semesters or 1 year. Norm is 3 semesters or 1.5 years, or maximum 7 semesters or equivalent to 3.5 years, okay. While PhD, the minimum duration of study is 2 years, equivalent to 4 semesters. The normally students are finishing 3 years or 6 semesters, Maximum years is 14 semesters or 7 years. Okay. While EDD is a Doctor of Education, they are from FPTV. Their minimum year is 3 years. The norm is 3 years as well, and maximum year is 8 years. Okay, equivalent to 16 semesters. Okay, period of residence. This is for particularly for international student. It will up to the following the program standard stated. If they requires you to be in Malaysia or 1 month per year, okay, it depends. Stated on the program standard, we need to check on it. Also, for the international student, is also need to abide with the regulation by their cultural attaché embassy. Okay, they need to fulfill, because for recognition their degree when they are back to the home country. Okay, this is need to be particularly focused on this for the international student. Okay. Okay, for the part-time is normally is double with double duration as compared to the full-time. So master by research, master by coursework, and mixed mode apply the same duration. So the minimum years is 2 years. Okay, norm is 2.5 years, equivalent to 5 semesters, and maximum is 5.5 years, equivalent to 11 semesters. While PhD part-time, minimum is 3 years. Norm is 4 years or 8 semesters, and maximum is 18 semesters or 9 years. So up to now, the part-time for Doctor of Education still not applicable. Okay, it's up to Doctor of Philosophy. Okay. Again, the period of residence is following program standard program. Okay, each of the program which you have enrolled in your studies. Sorry. Okay, we look at the marks, okay, for the coursework, okay. This is different from the research mode mark, okay. I can show the difference. So why don't we look at the coursework first? So this is the borderline, okay. So you need to achieve 60 and above, okay. B minus 2.70 pass. This is very minimum. Actually, for the coursework or mixed mode, your CGPA need to be 3.0 and above, right? Pass. So please don't glitch to this B minus, okay? Average, actually, you need to be 65 and above. But if one subject, if you get the 60, 63, still pass. But if you have average all B minus, you will be fail in your program. Because to pass in the program, you need to reach overall 3.0 and above, okay? All right. This is for coursework, okay? So if you're, for example, you have 5 courses, all 5 got B minus, yeah, overall you get 2.7, you will fail the program totally. Okay, so aim higher, okay, focus on your study, focus on your classes, so to get better marks and also to get the comfort with your master's degrees, okay? Okay, this is academic standing for coursework. Okay, I just mentioned just now. So you need to get a more than 3.0 cumulative. Okay, so it will resulted in a good standing. Okay, you can eligible to continue your study, your semesters, and also eligible for conferment of your degree. Okay, but if you get below than 3, so you are in the KS or conditional standing. Okay, you can if you're in semester 1 to semester 2, yeah, you can continue your study in this situation, conditional standing, but still ineligible to get your degree. Okay, you need to turn your marks to overall KB, good standing, or more than 3.0. Okay, so if you get 2.70 and below, so result is KG fail, dismissed from the program. Okay, so it is very sad result. So please keep your momentum, keep your focus, aim high. Okay, to get the good marks, good result, and up with the conferment of your degree towards the end of the program. So this is for coursework. All right, this is the minimum passing credit for master program. Okay, usually the master course or mixed mode, the minimum credit is 40, but this depend on also from the program. Sometimes program have 42, 43, 44. Okay, you need to take a look of it, but the minimum credits to pass is 40, but anyhow depends on the program that you have been enrolled to. Okay. Okay, it's subjected to the program conformity requirement. Okay. So please check on your program details. Okay, academic load. Okay, for the coursework or mixed mode. Okay, for full time, you can register for 6 credit. Maximum is 18. More than that, you need to get approval from your faculty dean. Okay, while for part-time student, the minimum credit is 3. The maximum credit is 12. Okay. This is you can find out in the books, okay, the details of the academic load of each semester that you can be carried, okay, along the semester. Okay. But if the at the maximum semester, students have only 2 credits that they have a assumption, okay, the special we can give the student to finish their studies. Okay, this is the rare situation. Okay, a student only 1 paper left, so this must be a consideration. We will forward this for the Center of Graduate Studies to approve, and or if higher we need to go up to Senate to propose the student requirement. Okay. Okay, for grading for system for research mode, okay. All right, you have 3 level: satisfactory, memuaskan, somewhat unsatisfactory, kurang memuaskan, unsatisfactory, tidak memuaskan. Okay, so the lowest mark is 65. Okay, so I think many of research students in this group, in this online now, so you need to achieve your ELKP, okay? ELKP marks more than 65. So you will be in the good standing KB. If you have less than this, okay, you will get KS, conditional standing, okay? Okay. Kedudukan baik, okay, need to be achieved more than 65 every semester. Towards the end of semesters, you need provide all your progress, okay, via ELKP platform, and the supervisor will evaluate your performance. Okay, you have regular meeting, you have a published paper, you have write up your chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all been marked by your supervisor. Okay, they will assess you and then put up in the ELKP marks. So make sure the marks greater than 65. Okay, because if you have 2 times KS, you will fail the number 3, the third enrollment, you will get the KG. Okay, so please keep in mind. So please to have a good standing mark 65 and above. Okay, boleh faham tak?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Okay, Puan.
Okay, terima kasih. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry? Faham ya? Okay. All right, so I tried to put the red line here. Okay, this is a border line. Okay, please don't cross this line. Okay, so get high marks, have a good performance. Okay, doing your work properly. Okay, and yeah, keep discussing with your supervisor for the masters or PhDs research student. Okay, keep to online on track with your project. Okay. Okay, tangguh belajar, deferment of study. Okay, so we do have 3 types of tangguh belajar, deferment of study. Can I mix with bahasa sometimes? Okay, the number 1 is medical reason, atas faktor kesihatan. Okay, student may apply for deferment to study on medical grounds by submitting certification by MO, medical officer of university or from a government hospital. Okay, and the deferment period for the medical reason will not be counted in the number of semesters taken. sekiranya anda mengambil tangguh sebab atas reason kesihatan, okey, semester tangguh ini tidak dikira dalam keseluruhan semester kamu lah, excluded lah, tak terkira, tak dikira. Okay. Okay, this is for medical reason, not be counted in the number of semesters taken, right? Okay. So number 2, we in the new books we put kepentingan negara due to national interest. Okay. Student may apply for deferment of study due to the national interest to the faculty and CGS. The deferment period due to national interest will not be counted in the number of semesters taken. Okay, tidak diambil kira juga. Isunya contohnya isu pandemik, okay, negara, isu negara pandemik COVID. So we classification under the non-counted semesters if student apply. Okay, this is a recent or new deferment of study type that we are placed in the new regulation books. Okay. The third one, nombor 3 adalah deferment of study non-medical reason. Sebab peribadi, okay, non-medical reason, any, okay, because of your family, because of your situation, okay, is non-related with medical. Okay, this non-medical reason, deferment of study, is counted, okay, in your semester taken if you apply for this deferment, type of deferment. Okay. And the deferment of more than 2 consecutive semester, berturut-turut 2 semester tidak akan dibenarkan, not be allowed. Okay. Okay. If student is failed to register, okay, after the deferment of 2 consecutive semester, may be terminate. Sekiranya kamu, if not turn up, okay, after 2 semesters, okay, to register back to university, back to your research, you may be terminated lah, akan diberhentikan. Okay, this is for non-medical reason. Okay. Okay. For application for deferment, okay, if you plan for defer next semester, okay, which will be starting on 10th of October, okay. For example, this week or last week you've been applied, so the semester that you are deferred, no charge will be applied. Tak akan dikenakan sebarang bayaran, okay. If you are planned earlier, if you apply earlier before the semester commence, sebelum semester begins, okay. But if you apply within the semester, week 1 to week 7, okay, so 50% fees will be applied. Iuran sebanyak 50% akan dikenakan. And after week 7, if you apply for deferment of study, this is been regulated by the bursary, 100% fees will be applied. So bear in mind, ingat, if you like to have deferment, if you can plan your deferment tangguh, okay, so plan earlier, okay, okay, because of due to circumstances, or you have any problem with the, maybe sorry to say financial, if you have family with your situation of family problems, so it's example, okay, it's non-medical reason, you can apply earlier to avoid the charges to your account student, okay. All right, and also number 5, student who has been granted a deferment will be not qualified to use any facility. Tak boleh guna lah, nak tangguh, tak boleh guna, cannot use any university facilities. All right, okay. Boleh ya, 3 type of deferment, 1 due to medical, okay, non-counted. 2 kepentingan negara, national interest, non-counted in your semesters. But number 3 ni is non-medical reason, counted in your semester, right? If you didn't have, if you want to have further detail, you can contact me or contact any CGS members to know further about the deferment. Okay? Boleh ni, Ken?
Boleh. One mai.
Yeah.
For deferment of study for medical reasons. So our let's say like we're gonna go for private hospital. It's not accepted, right? For private hospital.
Well, for private hospital, yeah, accepted. But sometimes they would like to ask you to go to PKU, just have some pengesahan.
I see. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Normally, sometimes we are accept, but see the regulation said either the PKU university or government university, because PKU doctor in PKU also trust on your medical report even from private, just to have seal, okay, to mengesahkan lah. To verify, okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right, can we move on? Okay. Change of program or mode of studies. Okay, kalau kamu nak berubah program ataupun berubah mode of studies. Okay, okay. Dia ada borang, dia form change program in the yellow box here, a mode of studies. You also can find in our website as well. All right, for international office, okay, especially for international student, okay, bear in mind, you are need to abide with the student visa regulation. Immigration Malaysia only allow change program or mode of studies during first year of student duration of studies only, unless there is a very critical issues, okay, for international students. So this is very special things that we need to take a very serious note. You can allow to change program in the first year, okay. And you also need to get the faculty recommendation on your supervisor. Also, you have a new supervisor, propose a new supervisor, okay. CGS will approve the application. However, if the case is complicated, we will discuss in our others higher meeting at the Jawatankuasa Akademik Pascasiswazah or in Jawatankuasa Pascasiswazah chaired by the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Okay, it depends on the case. Okay, if the case is complicated, you need to rise sometime up to Senate to approve the changing of a program, student program. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. For research mode, okay, and for the change of program mode of studies, actually, student only allow to change one time only during their studies. Okay. For example, research from full-time to part-time, only one time. It cannot be revert back to full-time again, only one time. Okay, if you're not enrolled full-time and maybe you feel that you have a many commitment, so you want to change to part-time, okay, we allow. But if you change back to, you try to apply second time, will be not allowed, only one time to change mode, okay, of studies. Also change program. Okay, for example, you want to do by course from coursework to by research, so you can be allowed to change. But if you want to revert back, it will be prohibited, not allowed. Okay, one time only. Okay. Okay, for research mode. Okay, this is a journey. Okay, long journey. Okay, but inshallah, okay, you can achieve towards the end. You journey start. Okay, for the master's research. Okay, normally the proposal defense will be set up during your first semester. Okay, okay, evaluation. While for PhD during their second semester. Okay, depends on the arrangement of the faculty, but it suggests that for master during their first semester, PhD during the second semester of their study for proposal defense. ELKP is every semester. Okay, towards at the end of semester, you need to fill up the marks in ELKP, online laporan kemajuan. Okay. Okay, and then periodic evaluation, progress presentation or curriculum is based on the faculty. F here, faculty, some faculty monitored every semesters, depends on the arrangement of every faculty. Okay, and also the second part is evaluation, pre-viva. Okay, for research student. Okay. Pre-viva normally one semester before viva voce or 3 months before viva voce. That means you are ready for viva, okay, like a rehearsal, okay, and evaluated by the internal panel, okay, and this is arranged by faculty as well, okay. And last is final evaluation by voce arranged by CGS, okay, Center of Graduate Studies. Okay, we do have internal examiner, external examiner. You need to defend your project. Okay, your findings. Okay, during the session. Okay, this is a very formal session. Okay, to before you granted with your degree. All right. Okay, this is one of a compulsory task that every master's and PhD research student need to follow, all right? You need to attend this Viva Voce examination. Okay, this is your final part, okay, to defend your findings, okay, to make all clearance from your thesis, okay, to make clear. And then if you have a correction to do, you will given, the result will be no correction, okay, minor, major, or revival, okay. Okay, they have duration to given to the student for make the correction. Okay, for minor maybe 1 month, for masters, okay, for PhD 3 months. Okay, they have standard period for the result that you will be given, okay, towards the end of the Viva session. Okay. Okay, this is writing style. Well, we are running out of time, sorry. So for the research student, you have conventional style, you have by publication, you have industrial base. Okay, this is a new one, recent one. But normally, up to now, all the students from UTHM doing the conventional style. Okay, what I mean is you have six chapters. Okay, you have findings. Now, chapter 1 is your introduction, chapter 2 is your literature review, chapter 3 is your methodology, chapter 4 is your the result discussion, and chapter 5 is your conclusion and recommendation, right? This is conventional. By publication, we do have the regulation for by publication. Okay, sorry. So this is the different writing style that we would like to show to everybody. What is conventional? Okay, like I just said just now. Okay, publication and industrial. For publication, all right. There's different, okay, based if you good in publish in the higher quartile journal. For Dr. Philosophy, you need to have 3 articles, which 2 of them are published in higher impact journals, Q1 or Q2, right? While for master student, you need to have 2 articles published. One of them must be at least Q3. Okay, this very this is by publication thesis. Thesis by publication is not thick. This is very thin, but it consists of your finding in the good journal Q1, Q2, right? So this is very hard, but if you and your supervisor can provide, so we are welcome the student to write in the thesis by publication. Okay. Monitoring student progress via E-LOGBOOK research. So this is the just recently CGS with PTM, Pusat Teknologi Maklumat. We try to develop this platform. Okay, student can have their logbook, E-LOGBOOK, can write down, can report everything, the findings to the supervisor. Okay, since the supervisor is away and in the university, and you are actually away at your home country or at your hometown, so but you are doing research while you are at home, so you need to report, because the supervisor very worried nowadays either the student is do their research or not, because they are at hometown. Okay, so because you cannot come back last time to the university due to their COVID, okay, and also the regulation that we need to abide with the national, okay, peraturan lah yang dikenakan. Okay, I believe Dr. Asmarahsid will talk about this in detail, E-LOGBOOK research and ELKP. So this is the main point why we try to develop E-LOGBOOK research platform, allow students to record all student activities, enable supervisor to monitor progress of student. This is a platform. This is a medium communication between students and supervisors. Because if you are, I know some of you are communicating during via WhatsApp. Sometimes WhatsApp, you know, to try to trace back all the previous, sometimes still in your memory, phone memory, sometimes gone. So if you are put in an E-LOGBOOK research platform, it will stay there, starting from your day 1 until you finish your study, or record remain there. Okay, all right. So it's easy for student and supervisor to track back what is you're doing, what will you plan to do. Okay, all right. Okay, this is can reporting, edit notes. Okay, maybe I hope that I think Dr. Asmarahsid will show you this E-LOGBOOK platform. Okay, afterwards. Okay, research by assessment. Okay, this is ELKP element. Okay, we do have 16 element. Half of it is for research skill, 1 to 8 and 9 to 16 is the non-research skill. Okay, this will be evaluated by your supervisor. Okay. So we keep reminder all the students to this last semester's reminder to fill up the ELKP, because there are certain date block. If a student up to this date to fill up, and then we close the online for progress report open to supervisors. So please bear in mind with the date given to student. Okay, so we will paste a reminder every time. Okay, time to time for student, especially for research mode student. Okay, confinement of studies. Okay, okay. Wait 1 minute. Okay.
All right, thank you very much to Professor Madya, Dr. Maizlinda, Izwana, Idris for the informational session. I hope everyone is clear now on the rules and regulations for postgraduate students at our university. So if you have any inquiry, you can visit UTHM Center for Graduate Studies website for further information. Also, there is an inquiry link for you to put all your unanswered questions in the chat box, and we will direct all the questions to respective PTJ. All right, so next, let's welcome Professor Madya, Technologist Dr. Asmarahsid, Head of Department Research Program, Center for Graduate Studies, to brief introduction on the ELKP and E-LOGBOOK. Let's welcome Dr. Asmarahsid. Doctor?
Okay, so
you have 45 minutes, including Q&A for this session, and the floor is yours now.
So thank you for the JC and also for Ain Shakira for the introduction about the last session. Actually, I think this is the last session about ELKP and also the E-LOGBOOK. So let me show. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry,
Okay.
Ran out of battery. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Apologize for that. Okay. Last few slides. Okay, couple of slides before I hand over to Associate Professor Dr. Asmarahsid. Sorry for this one. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm back for the couple of slides before I end the conference. Okay, this for cohort session. Those who are just registered for next semester and onwards before you're graduated, you need to fulfill this publication requirement. We are trying to divide with two clusters: cluster science and technology. Masters, you need to have minimum one. More is better, but this minimum is one article published in Scopus or ERA or Web of Science Index in conference proceeding. While for PhD, you need to have minimum one article published in Scopus or ERA or Web of Science Index journal, or equivalent to minimum two article published in Scopus, ERA, Web of Science Index conference proceeding. Okay. This is for cluster. We try to divide cluster science and technology and social science. Okay. For social science, okay, masters, you have minimum one article published in Scopus, ERA, WOS, Web of Science, or minimum one article published in index publication. While for PhD, minimum one article published in Scopus, ERA, WOS, index journals, or minimum 2 article published in Scopus Era WAS OS, okay, a conference proceeding, or minimum 2 article published in index publication. Okay, this for those are new student, okay, enroll this coming semester and onward. This is a new regulation for publication. All right, so yeah, everything university reserves the right to take appropriate action if a student is found to provide false information, and Senate may allow such assumption are deemed necessary by the requirement of this regulation. All right, so that I thank you. So please, if you would like to contact me, can contact by email, can izwana@uthm.edu.my, or can contact any CGS members to if you find any question, or if you are in trouble, we try to assist you along your journey, postgraduate journey. Okay, for that, I'm so sorry for the technical. Okay, this is my mistake, and thank you very much for bear with me. And I hand over to the chairperson today. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maizlinda, and I'm so sorry about before. Okay, so now let's welcome Dr. Asmarahsid.
Excuse me, before Dr. Asmarahsid, can I ask Dr. Maizlinda? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Just I have a question to Dr. Maizlinda. I sent a lot of the email. I want to just she answered me my email, and because I have a problem about it, I came many times to explain it here. Because before about I changed the faculty, and I also have a problem with them, or I changed the supervisor and this one and the visa. Alhamdulillah wa shukr, and the visa is done. But my question is supposed to, when I have a question, when I talk to her, we focus about it, focus the how can I say the means of the problem, because one time when I came, she changed the question, she changed the answer, she talked about another thing like where I live in an apartment, how many rooms I have, what's the rent, my age, how I have a friend or not, this one, this is all subject, all this sentences is not related to my issue, and before just my issue have a problem to the faculty and supervisor and the visa. And I sent it a lot of email. I said, please, when I explain, just to answer me when I send you the email. And thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Miss Tara. So we have frequent meeting, right, before. So your case we try to solve, okay, and then because you have a problem previously, and I believe the problem is solved now, right, Miss Tara? Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And because no, I'm so sorry if we are asking this question that you didn't like to be answered, to be questioned, but this is the normal that we like to know the situation of the student. So if that's so, we are so sorry. So hopefully you are happy now. You can continue study.
Alhamdulillah wa shukr. I am continuing my study with my supervisor and follow her when she have any suggestion or comment. I do, and I do what have any advice or suggestion. I follow my supervisor.
Yes, Tara, and we are waiting for your graduation. Okay, and all the best, Tara. And take care and see you again. Okay, thank you, Tara. Take care. Assalamualaikum. Okay, Dr. Asmarahsid.
Can you see this slide? And Shakira,
yes, we are so, Doctor.
Yes,
okay. Thank you very much. So actually, my name is Asmarahsid Ponniran from Center for Graduate Study UTHM. So for this session, I will discuss about the ELKP and also E-LOGBOOK. I think Dr. Maizlinda has, extensively talk about the E-Log and the ELKP, so I don't want to touch upon that. So let me proceed to what the important things. For example, in this case, how to fill up the ELKP. So this is also discussed with the Maizlinda. Then this one is also okay. I think this is also important because okay. For example, in this case, if you submitted your final draft for Viva to the faculty and faculty submitted to the CJS, then CJS accept, they check the requirement and you fulfill the requirement. So for the following semester, you will get this code. So this is because of Viva Voce codes, whereby once you got this code, means that you don't have to register, you don't have to fill up the ELKP, and you don't have to pay the tuition fee. So this is very important for the research students. I mean, once you got this code, you just wait for your Viva, do your correction, and you don't have to worry about, those the registrations about the subject, about the tuition fee, about the ELKP. Okay? This is example for PhD, and this is example for the master by research. And this is the reminder. Actually, we issue several reminders to the faculty and to the students. So when the due dates of the ELKP for the students, and when the due date the ELKP for this lecturer. So this is the interface of the system that you have to access. For example, for student, you need to access your SMAP online. For supervisor, they have to access for the TCRS. Okay, for the students, so this is the basic thing. So this is your metric number. So by default, your password actually your passport number or your IC number for the nation. So by default, or you can change that later. So anything happen to your, for example, you cannot access to the online, you can contact to the faculty or to the PTM. So I think they can assist you to solve the problem. Okay, this is interface for the student where there are several menu here in your websites, in your SMAP online, where one of them is research menu. So under research menu, it has the research information. So from this, you can download the manual how to fill out the ELKP, actually what the ELKP. Then after that, you can select the research progress. For example, this semester, if we announce, when you start you can start to fill out the ELKP. So we will announce the faculty and also to the students. So this is example interface. So for example, this is your details or your particular about your study, your program, and you click here the new reports. So this is especially for the new student. Then if you senior student, it has previous record for your ELKP. And then this is the following or the next semester for the ELKP that you have to fill out. Okay, if you got this edit menu, the edit indication that means that you are not yet submit your ELKP to your supervisor. So means that if this status, so you are not fulfilling the requirements that you are submitted your ELKP report. If the indication submitted means that you have submitted your ELKP. So once submitted, you cannot edit anymore. Okay. So for example, this is for the new students. You click that, there are several tabs there from A to I. A is about personal information, B, C, D about study information, E, F about research information, G about the academic and non-academic activities, H about the achievement, and I about the summary of the submissions before you submit. So there are summary there, you have to check the summary, correct or not, then after that you can submit. So I don't want to talk because once you open, you know about this. Okay? So BCD about the study informations, EF about the research information. Then about the research information, this is the default menu in the ELKP reports. So you have to put some remarks and also the percentage. For example, how much that you completed for your introduction parts, literature, methodology, and so on. This is by default. This is based on the conventional writing style. So just now, I think that Maizlinda also discussed, also informed about the publication style and also the industrial style thesis writing, whereby so we are using the defaults formats, but you can try to adapt, trying to adjust or adapt from the, for example, you choose the publication styles or the industrial style, so you can try to adapt that. Then you can put some indication here, remark, and also the percentage format that you created. So this is about the problem that you face. For example, you can write here the problem, then how to solve. I mean, maybe you find the solutions or you expect this is the solution of your research. So you can put anything, any constraint or limitation that will disturb your study here. You can put, I mean, yeah, you can report here actually. Then this is the expected thesis submission date. You can also put when you will submit the thesis for your viva. Then after that, you can click save. Right? Then, so this is the blue text here, report format sample. You can download. You have to fill up about the detail about your progress for the particular semester. For example, for the semester 2, session 2020-21, you have done several things about your research. Then from there, you use this format report, you fill up. Then after you complete it, you have to upload, browse and upload about your research for that semester only. Yeah, so that the next sessions. So in this case, for the G, part G, academic and non-academic activities. From this, you can put the, for example, you have publication or you attend the conference or anything. You can put here. You can add the detail about that. So this is example for the social activities. So you can put any activities for that particular semester. And also for the H achievement, this is award recognition and others. So you can put, if you, for example, you got the best paper award for the conference, or your paper being selected for the, or you enter for innovations or anything, you can put here for the achievement. So this is example for the award. Then after that, the part I, this is about the summary submission. From this, you can scroll down, so you can check back your submission. Is it correct, not information that you put in your or written in your report. Then after that, after you confirm, you click this form and you have to submit the report. Easy, isn't it? So I hope you can complete for less than 10 minutes. So this is for supervisor. I'm not sure if this is attended by supervisor. So just use for the supervisor. Actually, they can check for the previous report under the PK menu here. So there are, for example, in this case, there are several semesters. So they can check the previous report. For example, they want to refer back what is problem and what the progress about the last semester. So they can check by using this menu, they can check the previous report. For the new report, they have to enter for the student assessment item. So in this case, we call it as a research student report. So there are several lists of students here. So the supervisor, after the student completed their report, submitted the ELKP. So there are marked here. So supervisor need to click in order to see the report. So after that, so this is interface for the supervisor. So it will come out the details about the student in particular. Then after that, there are marks there. So supervisor need to fill out the mark, each mark. So there are 16 items or element there. Students should fill up the item. After that, they must tick here. Then it's considered submitted to the SAS. So this is the final mark. After the supervisor put the mark here, so there are marks here. Then the mark must be based on this rubric. For example, if your supervisor give your mark, for example, 55, means that you will fail for that semester. So this is very important. So the supervisor must give at least 60% the mark. If the supervisor give you, for example, 40, so means that you are considered fail for that semester. So be reminded that this is very important, because there are some cases that supervisor seem they don't know about, they are not sure about this, so they just give 35, then suddenly the student fail for the semester. So this is the indicator for the research student for every semester. So we have to table all the student names with the mark from ELKP. So in this case, bear in mind that ELKP is extremely important for the research student, because each semester we will table all the name with the mark of ELKP. Then if the mark, for example, C plus and below, so you will fail for that semester or that particular semester. Means that the minimum mark should be 60. But if for example, last semester your supervisor give 64, you got B minus, isn't it? This semester supervisor give you 60, also B minus, and you also fail, because if for the 2 semester consecutively, if the supervisor give your mark for the B minus and below, or for the B minus, you will also fail. So in this case, for the good mark, actually, in order to make sure the student pass with merit, so the mark must be, minimum mark for ELKP must be 65. Then you got merit mark in order for you to pass for that particular semester. Okay, this is for example. Okay, if there are text here, numbers. So in this case, is show the semester. For example, this is semester 1, session 2020-2021. So means that in this case, student has submitted here, but in this case still edit. You are logged in, student, but still edit, but this case is submitted. For the blue, the green here, this is for supervisor. The green here means that supervisor has give mark for the ELKP to students, but is blank here means that there is not yet give mark for the student. Okay, this is example. Okay, that's for ELKP. For the E-Logbook, actually we already give informations, so instruction to the faculty that the student must use, the research student must use E-Log. E-Log, the aim of the E-Log allows students to record all research activities, previous, current, and future, to supervisor. Enables supervisor to monitor progress of the students, therefore medium communication between students and supervisor related to research activities. So E-Logbook, if you refer to the name E-Log, means that the records activity of the any research activity you can record in using E-Logbook. So in this case, we provide lecturing platform that you can log in and you can put anything, any activities in the E-Log system, okay, using for students through SMAP Online. So the feature reporting on daily activities, adding notes, adding attachment file, adding comments from supervisor, display comment on students. So there are several things that you can put anything. Means in this case, you can log previous activities, current activities, and future activities through SMAP Online for students. Okay. So this is the flow chart. Okay, this is an example of the interface for the students. Once you log into the SMAP Online, in the left menu there, research menu. So there are research E-Logbook. You can check. From this, you can, for example, you can, what kind of activity and what date of that activity, you can select the date. Before that, you also can upload the Gantt chart of your research. Upload here. Of course, this one you can update. You can, for example, this case there are log there. So what the date, semester, then you can track anything here about your research activity. Then here there are supervisor names and also the date. Okay, this is for the student interface. Then, okay. Okay, this is for the supervisor interface. Supervisor, they have to log in into the TCIS under the menu of staff academics and the research activities, I think. So under that, there are one menu, research logbook. So from this, there are several students, for example, and the list of students under your supervisor. Then from this, you can click, for example, student number 4. So there are 2 records here. So you can check the record, what the text from the activities written by the students. So from this, you can check and confirm, and you also can give comment. And you also can add other activity for the students, actually. For the after that, you can verify, or you still edit. I mean, if the status edit, student can do some changes for that. Okay, that's all for the ELKP and E-LOGBOOK. I think maybe there are many questions, or there are discussion about the research activity. Not only focus on the, we have about 25 minutes, I think. So I think we can use this time, the remaining time, to discuss, or maybe you can ask anything about the research invitations, about the regulation, so anything about that. Okay. Okay. Before that, once, for example, you are still not undergo for the pre-viva, for example, and you expect that from today until 6 months later, you will go for viva. Okay. So during that time, you are encouraged start to nominate your examiner. So this is for the supervisor. First, what you student can do, actually, you need to apply through SMAC online. After that, supervisor will be notified. Then supervisor will nominate examiner for internal. Sorry, the total for examiner, 2 local, 2 internal, 2 external, so total 4. But, this is because in the nomination process, actually it takes some time. So that's why we encourage, the supervisor student, at least 3 months before you expected viva, you have to start nominate. So this is very important, because there are several cases, many cases actually, supervisor forgot to nominate. So that's a problem. If you forgot, you are not, the examiner is not nominated yet, means that if you submit for the draft of viva, we rejected. We have to reject until you successfully nominate the examiner. So this is also very important for the student, and also for the research student, also for the supervisor. Publication requirements. So this is, you have to publish. Okay. So there are 3 cohort, 3 batch actually. Before 2019 until 2021. Then latest we have starting from this semester, the batch enroll for the semester. The publication requirements difference. Okay. For example, before 2019, there is no publication requirement. From 2019 until 2021, until this semester, for PhD, you have to publish 2 articles, either conference or journal, in order to for you to graduate. For master research, 1. For the new, I think Dr. Maizlinda has mentioned about that. For the new regulations, for the new semester here, semester 1, 2021, 2022, PhD only once. For the journal, 2 conference. For the master, so Dr. Maizlinda has mentioned about this. Okay, this is also mentioned by Dr. Maizlinda. And for the students that already completed their viva, and they have to do some, they have to complete some corrections. So correction, and from that correction, they are time is given, for example, 2 months or 3 months. So from that, you have to complete within the time given. If you cannot completing your corrections with the specific time given, you need to request for the extensions for the correction time for your correction period. So therefore, you need to fill out the forms. You can download from the CGF's website. So from there, you need to, I mean, you have to see, I mean, to comply with the for example, this one, correction deadline until 21 April 2020. So this is your deadline. You cannot exceed this date. Means that you have to submit last is 21st April. If you require some time, you have to fill up this form for applying for the extension for the correction. Okay, thank you. Only for that, I mean, for the ELKP and E-LOG. So you have any questions or anything you want to ask, I think Dr. Maizlinda or me can try to answer,
Assalamualaikum, Doktor.
Salam.
Saya nak tanya yang pasal logbook tadi tu. Saya dah buka ni tapi dah tulis semua. Macam mana nak submit? Dia masih lagi status edit.
Boleh tahu siapa ni?
Amirah.
Amirah.
Ya.
Daripada mana? Fakulti mana?
Fakulti FKMP.
Kalau E-LOG tu, dia ada bawah tu dia perlu ada, saya rasa ada button submit ni. You can
Dia tak ada submit button.
Okay.
New semester.
If you completed the E-LOGBOOK, okay, just completed. Okay. When edit status means that this one is refer your supervisor role. I mean your supervisor, they have to enter or they have to check the E-LOG, I mean the activities for the students, so then they can modify.
Oh, so dekat saya memang dia akan jadi edit je lah kalau SB tak check.
Until then, your status still edit. Means that you can still edit, you can modify your activities, you can add, you can remove, something like that.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Assalamualaikum, excuse me, I have a question, Doctor, about the ELKP. If we are we have at the time, like the all end the semester, we have this report for them. We send it about the thesis and the chapter. But the last time I was already like we have in the 12 in December is banned, in the 50 January, this is the last time. But made already in the December I send it, and I have like 1 month and time. After when I look at it, I have something I was changed, and something I was changed, I send it. How can I say? The ones I don't do it, the update modified. I said if I send it the report, can I already I have a time something I do modified or updated to send again?
If you already submitted the report to your supervisor, you cannot do anything. You just wait for the assessment. I mean the mark will be given to you. When
I
you
cannot
submitted,
to send again. I cannot do. Cannot. But
if you submitted,
time, like
if you click, okay, if you click submitted, for example, in this case, let's go for that. Okay, if the status here submitted, you only can view. If status is edit, means that you can do some modification on your ELKP report.
Okay.
If submitted, means that you just wait for the supervisor evaluate your report.
But if I do submit it, I cannot to send again. I cannot
Not
like
through system. You
yeah.
cannot submit send your document to system, but you can send submit your document manually without system.
Without system. Just if I like me, what I say, because for the time, like permission, we have like 1 month half. Just like already I do it in a begin, but after when I look at something, I can't do modified or update it to check it. I have a time. I said I cannot to send again until I have a time. But we said I can change. I send it to my supervisor.
Yeah,
I can't see my supervisor.
yes, sure. I mean, means that if you submitted for the list stage of your ELKP report, you just submitted, no problem. But for example, there are revision that maybe there are some things that you want to add in your report, you can submit manually to your supervisor, not through a system, because system is already submitted.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Madam,
This one I told you another question, and the same. I send you many email and you are not answer me, and I like
really
yeah. Until many time I came at this before when I explained it. All time when I came, you said you are not available. You are not available, and I sent the email and until not no answer me.
Sorry. I'm sorry for that. Maybe this is due to the MCO. So there are many emails in my email maybe. So I'm sorry for that.
Okay, thank you so much for help.
Any other questions from Devi, Ikamu?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, it's me.
yeah, please.
Yes, I have 2 questions. So I don't know whether
you are from what
I'm from
faculty?
Indonesia. I'm from Indonesia. I'm PhD student by research from FPTV.
FPTV, okay.
Yes, FPTV. I have 2 questions, but I don't know whether it is suitable to be asked in this session or not.
It's okay.
Just try. Okay, so the first one, about the course performance. Because I'm supported by a scholarship, then I have to report on the scholarship each semester. Then it is the course performance only written by the abbreviation, which is there is no like for example MM or HW or something like that. Is it possible if there is a remarks underneath that mention what is that about? I mean, I'm not sure
possible.
whether everyone can
Possible. Actually, you can request specifically for example, your sponsor. I mean, if you want to submit a report to your sponsor, for example, you scholarship, isn't it? You can request by emailing us, or you can come to CGS to get the detailed report of ELKP. So we can provide that with the mark and also the grade.
Oh, okay. I mean, I should email you, right?
Sorry?
I should email you.
Email to CGS, ps@UTHM, or email me, or you can come to CGS if you in Malaysia.
So I'm afraid I'm not yet in Malaysia. Okay.
If not, just email me or email ps@UTHM.
Okay. Thank you. And then number two, about the requirements of PhD graduation. Where can I find that information? Because I'm afraid that each year will be different. I'm now in the 3rd semester, so probably my requirements for graduation is different with now.
Okay, actually, the graduation there are in our regulations. It mentions inform that actually what the conformant requirement. For example, this is not based on what year you are. This is based on the batch that you admit to the university.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
The regulation actually. You can find those information in our website. The regulations. Yeah. cgs.uthm.edu.my.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there are many things that you can download. If anything you got something that you want to ask, you can email to us. So in WhatsApp there are email there. You can email by using that email. So usually we can respond for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Is there any? Yong Sun Chan.
Yong Sun Chan, yes, you can ask your question.
Hello, good afternoon, Doctor. Just a quick one. Just now, two of the previous speaker mentioned that for the master, we need to have the publication of one article. That is applicable to research mode, is it?
Yes. For the master, only one publication. Yeah.
That is for not for the coursework master.
No. Publication only for the research student only. So in this case, we refer to the master by research and PhD only.
I see. Sorry about that. Still
Coursework
confusing.
and mixed mode program, mixed mode and coursework program not applicable. It's not related to the publication requirement.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Yong, that means it's not included for your conferment or master coursework. It's for master by research and PhD by research. Okay.
So the participant for this, I think it's about 82 students. So I think it's not the crowd is not enough, I think. Because last time when we give talk to the faculty, I think about it's about 200 students. So means that maybe the GSA can arrange other things. I mean, I think the concern is about the Q&A. I mean, what this thing, how about this thing, so from how to answer that. I think about that because if you refer to the regulations, you can read, isn't it? You can download and read for that. But sometimes there are several things that is not written in the regulation. So from there, we have to take it manually. We have to discuss, is it possible or not for that? Because there are many problems, and each problem is unique and different for the students. We can tackle those things, or we can give some advices for that. So any other things that you want to ask from students? I'm not sure this is only student or mixed with the lecturer, supervisor, or I'm not sure this one. And Shakira, this is only, I mean, the participant for this session, only student or student and supervisor?
As far as I know, is for students.
Student only.
Yes, but it's welcome for supervisors too.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so there are question in the chat box, Doctor. Okay, from Inshira. Salam, is it any specific time to update the e-logbook or just can update anytime?
You can do anytime. Anytime and anywhere. If you got internet connection, you can just update. You can put your log, the log activity.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor.
Assalamualaikum,
Doktor. Saya ada pertanyaan mengenai ELKP ni. Jadi
boleh kenalkan diri dulu tak? Dia lebih baik kalau kita nak cakap ni kenalkan bagaimana.
Saya Firdaus Abdullah, saya daripada FTK.
Okey.
Jadi saya
program apa? Program apa?
Program PhD, PNT.
Okey.
Okey. Jadi saya nak tanya mengenai ELKP ni. Jadi selepas hantar report melalui ELKP ni, jadi ada kena hantar physical form ke apa? Macam dulu tak perlu.
Tak perlu. Semua online.
Semua online.
Okey, kalau saya berterangkan pertama laporan mengenai progres umum. Progres yang ada kotak-kotak kat dalam sistem tu. Yang kedua, the detailed report of your particular research for that semester. Ada form yang kena upload tu. Jadi semua online. Tak perlu.
Jadi, tak perlu hantar physical form macam saya master dululah.
Tak perlu.
Tak perlu. Jadi
Tak
ELKP ni macam submit progress report yang physical dululah, tapi dalam in term of electronic form lah.
Betul.
Okay, faham. Okay. Terima kasih, Doktor.
Okay, Doctor. So there another one questions in the chat box. Okay. Salam Doctor, do we need to fill the ELKP if we already submit for Viva or pre-Viva?
It's up to you. You can still update your, for example, the corrections. Is it completed? Not what the the method of the correction. You also can put there. You still can accept because you are active student.
And one more, Dr. Asmarahsid just let the student remind about this. As long as you're registered active in the code of research, you need to fill up the ELKP. Yeah. If you are student active and register that semester with the code of research, so towards to the end, you need to fill up the ELKP. Even you are going for pre-Viva in the middle of semester or Viva, okay? All right.
Lagi tak macam tak ada je lebih.
Okay,
so I think from the UTHM AY. So pre-Viva and Viva actually the difference PTJ that handle. For example, pre-Viva actually handled by faculty, and sometimes there are specific requirements from the faculty and program. So means that proposal defense and pre-Viva actually handled by faculty, and usually they refer to the requirement from the faculty and the program. Okay, but Viva handled by CJS. So means that, for example, you are from FTK, you are from FETV, you are from FETP. Means that pre-Viva and proposal defense actually the difference is not same. For example, FKE, they do their according to their program requirements, the faculty requirements, FTP also. So you cannot compare that because they are conducted, fully conducted and follow requirement by the faculty, each faculty for that particular faculty, and also the requirement of the program. But for the Viva actually conducted and handled by the CGS. So meaning that the requirements are uniform all for the university. So from the question that we do need to ELKP, so actually if we submitted, yeah, ELKP. If you submitted your draft for Viva, and for the next semester you don't have to fill up your ELKP for the next semester. For example, this semester you submit your draft. Semester 2020 and 21, you submitted the draft. I mean, the faculty submitted the draft and fulfill the requirement this semester. Then the following semester, you got the Viva voucher code. So means that once you got that code, you don't have to pay tuition fee. You don't have to fill up the ELKP. You don't have to register for the subject or for the research course. For example, another example, early of the semester, semester 2, 2020-2021, early semester, you successfully submitted to the draft of Viva to the faculty, and faculty submitted for the GS, and you fulfill all the requirement. Then for that semester, you got, I mean, successfully defend your thesis, or you got, I mean, you underwent your Viva for that same semester. For example, early semester, you successfully submitted your draft. Then end of the semester, with the same semester, you manage to go for Viva, for example. So for that particular conditions, do you need still fill up the ELKP for that semester? I'm asking you. Do you need to fill out the ELKP for that particular semester? The same semester you submit the draft, and then also the same semester you manage to go for Viva. For that semester, do you need to fill up your ELKP?
Yes.
Yes, because the assumption only effective on the next semester, not that particular. It's not that current semester. It's the next semester. So means that in that semester you need still to fill up the ELKP. You have to pay the fee, and you have to register for the research subject or research course. The assumption only effective on the next semester, not that semester, not that current semester. Okay, I hope you are clear for that.
Understood, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, ada lagi tak? Minta 3.5. So I think GSA can manage other sessions. I mean, maybe middle of semester, if there are, the request for the research students and supervisor. I think you can arrange another sessions. I think focus on the, for example, the issue of the research student, for example. So we just trying to answer the question or the curiosity from the student or from the supervisor. So from there, I think there are good platform, because once the GSA organize these sessions, so I think all the research students are invited for that. Okay, ada lagi tak?
I think that's all, Doctor. That's all the questions, and questions already answered.
Okay, with that, I think thank you for the participation, and also congratulations to the GSA because managed to organize this very good program. Actually, I hope if GSA must go down and try to get feedback from the research students. Is there anything or request from the student? Then maybe GSA can inform to CGS, so maybe you can do something on that. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Dr. Asmarahsid, for the brief introduction of ELKP and E-LOGBOOK. If you have further inquiry, kindly visit the Center for Graduate Studies website for more information. Also, there is a inquiry link for you to put all of your questions in the chat box, and we will direct the question to respective PTJ. Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. All right, before we wrap up the program, I would like to ask everyone to open your camera, and we will have our photograph session. All right. Okay, so we will start from the first screen because we have 3 screens here. All right, so smile everyone. 1, 2, 3. All right, next screen. Okay, next, last. All right. Okay, thank you everyone. So I'd like to remind again to fill for everyone in this Zoom to fill out the feedback attendance form for e-certificate. The link can be found in the chat box. Please be reminded that e-certificate will be received within 7 days, and check your spam box regularly. So as the saying goes, to every beginning there is an ending. And now today's program, UTHM Postgraduate Virtual Info Day end. Once again, thank you everyone for your presence and attention. I am certain that both new and returning students as well as senior students will be more prepared to begin the new semester. May all our efforts be fruitful. Here, I would like to express my gratitude to all the invited speakers, committee members, participants, and those who may have direct or indirect involvement in today's session. Let us end the session with Tasbih Kifarah and Surah Al-As. I'm Shakira, and my duty for hosting today's program with Wabillahi Taufiq wal Hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Asmarahsid. Thank